The entertainment world has been rocked by allegations that have sent shockwaves through the industry, involving two of its most iconic figures, JayZ and Diddy. These allegations, stemming from events that allegedly took place in 2000 at an exclusive after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City, accuse both music moguls of assaulting a 13-year-old minor. The case has not only brought intense scrutiny to their personal lives, but also cast a shadow over their illustrious careers. As newly obtained footage implicates both men, the stakes have never been higher, with the FBI now involved in the investigation. This lawsuit is far more than just a legal battle. It's a story about power, fame, and the dark underbelly of an industry that thrives on excess. At the heart of the allegations is a chilling account from the victim, referred to as Jane Doe, who claims she was laced with a substance in her drink before being assaulted by JayZ and Diddy. According to the complaint, bystanders witnessed the assault but failed to intervene, with some reportedly laughing as the events unfolded. The lawsuit paints a disturbing picture of complicity, suggesting that these parties were not isolated incidents but part of a pattern of behavior that went unchecked for years. It highlights how influential figures like JayZ and Diddy allegedly exploited their status to commit egregious acts without fear of repercussions. Adding another layer of complexity, the case against JayZ has taken a dramatic turn. Attorney Tony Busby, representing the plaintiff, accuses JayZ of orchestrating a campaign of harassment and intimidation aimed at silencing those seeking justice. In response, JayZ has denied all allegations, calling the lawsuit a fabrication designed to tarnish his reputation. He has even filed a counter-lawsuit against Busby, accusing him of extortion and intentional infliction of emotional distress. This back and forth has turned the courtroom into a battleground, with both sides presenting compelling arguments and evidence. What makes this case particularly explosive is the potential impact on JayZ's legacy. Known for his rise from Brooklyn streets to global superstardom, JayZ has long been celebrated as a symbol of success and resilience. However, if proven true, these allegations could unravel decades of carefully crafted image building. For many fans, the thought of someone they admire being capable of such acts is almost unimaginable. Yet the detailed nature of the accusations, backed by corroborating evidence such as tapes and police reports, raises serious questions about what really happened behind closed doors. Meanwhile, Diddy's involvement adds another dimension to the story. The lawsuit suggests that he acted with impunity, using his influence to prey on vulnerable individuals. Reports indicate that some parents allegedly handed over their underage children to Diddy and his associates in exchange for financial compensation. This aspect of the case underscores the systemic exploitation within certain circles of the entertainment industry. It's a tale of greed, manipulation, and betrayal that goes beyond individual actions, pointing to a broader cultural issue. As the legal proceedings unfold, public reactions have been mixed. Rapper 50 Cent expressed concern about the potential impact on JayZ's personal life, particularly regarding his relationship with his daughter, who is around the same age as the alleged victim. Meanwhile, others like Jaguar Wright and John Deal have long criticized JayZ's character, claiming he is more calculated and ruthless than Diddy. Their statements hinted a wave of legal action yet to come, with multiple victims reportedly preparing to come forward. Legal experts note that the outcome of this case will hinge on several factors, including the credibility of witnesses and the consistency of their testimonies. While the age of the allegations presents challenges, the existence of corroborating evidence could prove pivotal. Johnny Depp's lawyer reportedly commented that detailed and consistent victim accounts could lead to serious legal consequences for JayZ. However, whether additional witnesses will come forward remains uncertain, adding another layer of suspense to an already gripping narrative. This saga shines a light on the darker side of fame and power, revealing how influential figures may exploit their status to commit egregious acts without fear of repercussions. It also highlights the systemic failures that allow such behavior to persist, including the complicity of bystanders and the normalization of abusive practices within certain circles. For JayZ, whose rise from Brooklyn streets to global superstardom has often been framed as a rags-to-riches story, these allegations threaten to undermine his carefully cultivated image. If proven true, they would cast a shadow over his achievements and force a re-evaluation of his legacy. Similarly, Diddy's case could dismantle the myth of the benevolent mogul, exposing him as someone who allegedly abused his position to prey on vulnerable individuals. The outcome of these legal battles will likely have far-reaching implications for the music industry, prompting calls for greater accountability and transparency. As the details continue to emerge, one thing is clear: this case is shaping up to be one of the most intense and controversial legal battles in recent memory. All eyes are on the courtroom now, as the allegations and counterclaims continue to unfold. The allegations against JayZ and Diddy are deeply troubling, painting a picture of a culture where abuse and exploitation were normalized, even celebrated among the elite. At the center of this storm is the accusation that both men participated in the assault of a 13-year-old girl at a high-profile after-party. The lawsuit claims that the victim was given a drink laced with a substance, rendering her incapacitated, before being subjected to horrific acts. What makes these allegations especially harrowing is the reported presence of other celebrities and industry insiders who allegedly witnessed the assault but chose not to intervene. Some are even said to have laughed as the events unfolded, further highlighting the callousness and complicity that permeated these gatherings. The lawsuit provides a chilling glimpse into the dynamics of power and privilege that allowed such behavior to thrive unchecked. According to the complaint, Diddy and JayZ acted with a sense of impunity, seemingly operating above the law due to their immense wealth and influence. The document draws a direct link between JayZ's participation in the alleged assault and his long-standing friendship with Diddy, suggesting that their close bond extended beyond professional collaboration into enabling and covering up misconduct. This raises profound ethical questions about the responsibilities of those in positions of power and the lengths they might go to protect themselves and their reputations. Adding to the complexity of the case is the suggestion that these incidents were not isolated but part of a recurring pattern. The lawsuit references Diddy's infamous parties, which have long been rumored to be breeding grounds for abusive behavior. Reports allege that guests at these events frequently turned a blind eye to misconduct, either out of fear or a desire to maintain their proximity to power. Even more disturbing are claims that some parents knowingly handed over their underage children to Diddy and his associates in exchange for financial benefits. This aspect of the case underscores the systemic nature of the exploitation, revealing how entire networks of individuals may have been complicit in perpetuating harm. The emergence of newly obtained footage has added fuel to the fire, with 8 tapes reportedly showing both JayZ and Diddy engaging in inappropriate behavior with minors. These tapes have been submitted to the FBI and played before a grand jury, further escalating the legal scrutiny. Legal experts suggest that Diddy's case may expose a broader ring of individuals involved in similar activities, with JayZ and Diddy being among the first to face consequences. This possibility has sent shockwaves through Hollywood and the music industry, prompting speculation about who else might be implicated as the investigation progresses. For JayZ, the stakes are incredibly high. Known for his calculated approach to business and his ability to navigate complex situations, he finds himself embroiled in one of the most serious accusations of his career. The lawsuit not only threatens his personal reputation, but also risks unraveling decades of carefully constructed success. His aggressive response denying the allegations, filing a counter-lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby, and accusing him of extortion, has drawn attention to the legal strategies employed by high-profile defendants. Yet, despite his denials, the mounting evidence and growing number of alleged victims suggest that this case is far from resolved. Public reactions to the allegations have been varied, reflecting the polarizing nature of the accusations. Rapper 50 Cent expressed unease about the potential impact on JayZ's family life, particularly given that his daughter is around the same age as the alleged victim. Others like Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal have been vocal critics of JayZ for years, alleging that he is more ruthless and calculating than Diddy. They claim that while Diddy may have made mistakes, JayZ operates with a level of cold calculation that makes him uniquely dangerous. These perspectives add depth to the narrative, offering insights into the personalities and motivations of the individuals involved. As the legal proceedings unfold, the entertainment industry waits with bated breath. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications, not only for JayZ and Diddy, but also for the broader culture of accountability within the music world. Will the courage of the victims coming forward lead to meaningful change, or will the immense power and resources of the accused shield them from justice? These are the questions that linger as the drama continues to unfold, captivating audiences and leaving them eager to see what happens next. In the midst of this unfolding legal saga, attorney Tony Busby has emerged as a central figure, representing the plaintiff in the lawsuit against JayZ. Busby's role extends beyond traditional legal advocacy. He has become a lightning rod for controversy, accused by JayZ of orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation. According to JayZ's camp, Busby's initial demand letter seeking mediation was, in fact, a blackmail attempt, an accusation Busby vehemently denies. Instead, Busby frames his actions as a necessary step toward achieving justice for victims who have long suffered in silence. Busby's approach to the case has been methodical and deliberate. He emphasizes the importance of due diligence before naming individuals in public filings, acknowledging the potential harm such allegations can cause if proven false. Yet, he insists that those named in the lawsuits should be held accountable if they were indeed involved in or complicit with the alleged crimes. His commitment to uncovering the truth is evident in his statement, If they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. This stance reflects a broader mission to expose systemic abuse and hold powerful figures accountable, regardless of their status. Despite the backlash and threats leveled against him, Busby remains undeterred. He claims to represent over 250 victims with verified reports of abuse, many of whom are prepared to come forward. These victims allegedly possess corroborating evidence, including police reports from the time of the incidents, which could bolster their claims. Busby's determination to bring these cases to light underscores the gravity of the situation and the potential scale of the fallout. If his assertions are accurate, the implications for JayZ and others implicated in the scandal could be catastrophic. JayZ's response to Busby's allegations has been nothing short of explosive. In a fiery message, he accused Busby of extortion and warned that he would expose him for what he described as fraudulent behavior. JayZ's tone was confrontational, dismissing Busby's Marine Corps background and questioning his integrity. This aggressive pushback highlights the high-stakes nature of the case and the lengths to which JayZ is willing to go to defend his reputation. Yet, it also raises questions about whether such tactics are an attempt to deflect attention from the core allegations. The tension between Busby and JayZ has spilled into the public arena, with both sides trading barbs in interviews and social media posts. Busby, however, appears unfazed by the attacks, urging caution and patience as the legal process unfolds. He warns that the focus should remain on the victims and their stories rather than devolving into a media circus. This measured approach contrasts sharply with JayZ's combative strategy, creating a fascinating dynamic that adds layers of intrigue to an already gripping narrative. As the case progresses, Busby's efforts to build a comprehensive case against JayZ and others could reshape the landscape of accountability in the entertainment industry. His willingness to take on such powerful adversaries speaks to a larger movement demanding transparency and justice. Whether his efforts will ultimately succeed remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Tony Busby is playing a pivotal role in ensuring that these allegations receive the attention they deserve. The allegations against JayZ have taken a dramatic turn with the emergence of newly obtained footage that reportedly implicates him in the disturbing events of 2008. Tapes, allegedly showing both JayZ and Diddy engaging in inappropriate behavior with minors, have been submitted to the FBI and played before a grand jury. This development has injected fresh urgency into the investigation, raising the stakes for all parties involved. The existence of such footage, if authenticated, could serve as a smoking gun, providing irrefutable evidence that supports the victims' claims and corroborates the broader pattern of misconduct alleged in the lawsuit. The significance of these tapes cannot be overstated. They represent tangible proof that could either vindicate or condemn JayZ, depending on their content and context. Legal experts suggest that video evidence carries substantial weight in court, particularly when paired with consistent testimonies from multiple victims. For JayZ, who has built his empire on meticulous planning and strategic decision-making, the prospect of being caught on tape is a nightmare scenario. It challenges the carefully curated image of a man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most respected figures in the music industry. Adding to the intrigue is the manner in which the tapes were uncovered. Sources indicate that they were found during raids on Diddy's properties, suggesting a connection between the two men that extends beyond their professional partnership. If the footage indeed shows JayZ participating in or enabling the alleged abuse, it could undermine his attempts to distance himself from the scandal. Moreover, the tape's submission to the FBI signals a widening scope of the investigation, potentially implicating others who may have been present or complicit in the events depicted. The tapes also raise questions about the role of technology in uncovering hidden truths. In an era where digital evidence can make or break a case, the discovery of these recordings highlights the importance of thorough investigations and the potential for overlooked details to resurface years later. For the victims, the existence of such footage offers a glimmer of hope that their voices will finally be heard, and that justice may prevail. It also underscores the bravery required to come forward, knowing that their claims are supported by concrete evidence. As the legal proceedings unfold, all eyes remain on the FBI and the grand jury tasked with evaluating the tapes. Their findings could dramatically shift the trajectory of the case, determining whether the allegations against JayZ and Diddy hold water or crumble under scrutiny. For now, the tapes serve as a reminder of the complexities inherent in cases involving powerful figures and the lengths to which victims must go to seek accountability. Whether they will ultimately lead to a conviction or exoneration remains to be seen, but their presence looms large over the unfolding drama. In response to the mounting allegations, JayZ has launched a fierce counterattack, denying any wrongdoing and accusing attorney Tony Busby of extortion and intentional infliction of emotional distress. This aggressive legal maneuver underscores JayZ's determination to protect his reputation and legacy, even as the evidence against him continues to pile up. By filing a counter-lawsuit, JayZ aims to shift the narrative, portraying himself as the victim of a calculated smear campaign rather than the perpetrator of a heinous crime. The counter-lawsuit alleges that Busby's initial demand letter seeking mediation was in fact a thinly veiled attempt at blackmail. According to JayZ's legal team, the letter contained veiled threats and demands for financial compensation, which they argue amount to extortion. This claim has been met with skepticism by Busby, who insists that his actions were motivated solely by a desire to achieve justice for his clients. He describes JayZ's counter-lawsuit as a desperate attempt to deflect attention from the core allegations and intimidate those seeking accountability. JayZ's public statements have been equally combative. In a scathing message, he accused Busby of orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying and intimidation against him, his legal team, and even their families. The rapper's tone was uncharacteristically venomous, dismissing Busby's Marine Corps background and questioning his integrity. This aggressive pushback highlights the high-stakes nature of the case and the lengths to which JayZ is willing to go to defend his reputation. Yet it also raises questions about whether such tactics are an attempt to deflect attention from the core allegations. The counter-lawsuit has sparked a heated exchange between the two sides, with both trading barbs in interviews and social media posts. Busby, however, appears unfazed by the attacks, urging caution and patience as the legal process unfolds. He warns that the focus should remain on the victims and their stories rather than devolving into a media circus. This measured approach contrasts sharply with JayZ's combative strategy, creating a fascinating dynamic that adds layers of intrigue to an already gripping narrative. As the legal battle intensifies, the outcome of JayZ's counter-lawsuit could have significant implications for the broader case. If successful, it could undermine Busby's credibility and weaken the plaintiff's position. Conversely, if the counter-lawsuit fails, it could further damage JayZ's reputation and bolster the allegations against him. Either way, the stakes are incredibly high, and the drama shows no signs of abating. Ultimately, JayZ's aggressive response reflects the immense pressure he faces as the allegations threaten to unravel decades of carefully constructed success. Whether his counter-lawsuit will succeed in shifting the narrative or backfire remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that this case is shaping up to be one of the most intense and controversial legal battles in recent memory, with all eyes on the courtroom as the allegations and counterclaims continue to unfold. Amidst the swirling controversy surrounding JayZ and Diddy, prominent voices from the entertainment industry have weighed in, offering their perspectives on the allegations. One of the most notable reactions came from rapper 50 Cent, who expressed deep concern about the potential impact on JayZ's personal life, particularly regarding his relationship with his daughter. Given that his daughter is around the same age as the alleged victim, 50 Cent described JayZ as dangerous, emphasizing how unsettling the accusations are. In a candid Instagram post, he even uploaded a video depicting JayZ being taken to jail, captioning it with a mix of humor and apprehension. "I want to post this, but I'm afraid I'm going to get shot." This reaction underscores the gravity of the situation and the ripple effects it could have on JayZ's family dynamics. Other industry insiders, such as Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal, have long been vocal critics of JayZ, alleging that he is more calculated and ruthless than Diddy. Wright, in particular, has claimed that JayZ's behavior extends beyond mere missteps, suggesting that he actively collaborates with Diddy to cover up misconduct. She pointedly remarked, "These are people that have been covering each other's secrets for decades." Her comments hint at a deeper, more insidious pattern of complicity, implying that JayZ's involvement in the alleged abuse is not an isolated incident but part of a long-standing arrangement. Deal echoed this sentiment, recalling past animosities between Diddy and JayZ, and noting how their relationship evolved over time. He recounted an odd encounter at a basketball game, where the two appeared to reconcile, laughing and joking despite prior tensions. This anecdote adds another layer of complexity to the narrative, suggesting that their bond may have been forged through shared secrets and mutual interests. The allegations have also prompted discussions about the broader culture within the music industry. Many observers have noted the troubling pattern of silence and complicity that often surrounds high-profile figures like JayZ and Diddy. The lawsuit specifically mentions that Diddy wasn't working alone and had co-conspirators who facilitated his actions. This revelation has led to speculation about who else might be implicated as the investigation progresses. Industry veterans have pointed out that such behavior thrives in environments where power dynamics are skewed, allowing influential individuals to operate with impunity. The case against JayZ and Diddy serves as a stark reminder of the systemic issues that enable abuse to persist unchecked. As the legal proceedings unfold, public reactions continue to evolve. Some fans remain staunchly supportive of JayZ, viewing the allegations as baseless attempts to tarnish his legacy. Others, however, are grappling with the possibility that the man they admired may be capable of such acts. The dichotomy of responses reflects the polarizing nature of the accusations and the difficulty of reconciling the public persona with the private reality. For many, the thought of someone they idolize being involved in such misconduct is almost unimaginable, yet the mounting evidence and growing number of alleged victims suggest that this case is far from resolved. The entertainment industry now finds itself at a crossroads, forced to confront uncomfortable truths about the culture of excess and exploitation that has long defined it. As more victims come forward and critical evidence is unearthed, it seems the music industry's darkest secrets are finally coming to light. The question remains, what does this mean for JayZ's legacy, and will justice truly be served? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the reverberations of this case will be felt for years to come. The allegations against JayZ and Diddy have ignited a firestorm of debate about the broader implications for the music industry and the concept of accountability within it. At the heart of this discussion is the question of whether the immense power and influence wielded by these figures allowed them to act with impunity, perpetuating a culture of abuse that went unchecked for decades. The lawsuit paints a damning picture of an industry that not only tolerated such behavior, but in some cases, actively enabled it. This raises profound ethical questions about the responsibilities of those in positions of authority and the mechanisms needed to ensure accountability. One of the most striking aspects of the case is the reported complicity of bystanders who allegedly witnessed the assault but failed to intervene. Some are even said to have laughed as the events unfolded, underscoring the normalization of abusive behavior within certain circles. This culture of silence and indifference is not unique to JayZ and Diddy. It reflects a systemic issue that has plagued the entertainment industry for years. High-profile parties and exclusive gatherings have often been breeding grounds for misconduct, with attendees turning a blind eye to protect their access to power and privilege. The lawsuit's emphasis on this complicity highlights the need for a cultural reckoning, one that holds not only the perpetrators accountable, but also those who enabled or ignored their actions. The emergence of newly obtained footage and corroborating evidence has added urgency to the call for accountability. With 8 tapes reportedly showing both JayZ and Diddy engaging in inappropriate behavior with minors, the stakes have never been higher. These tapes, now in the hands of the FBI, could serve as a catalyst for broader investigations into similar activities involving other industry figures. Legal experts suggest that Diddy's case may expose a network of individuals involved in exploitative behavior, with JayZ and Diddy being among the first to face consequences. This possibility has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, prompting speculation about who else might be implicated as the investigation progresses. For JayZ, the allegations pose a direct threat to his carefully cultivated image as a self-made success story. Known for his rise from Brooklyn streets to global superstardom, he has long been celebrated as a symbol of resilience and achievement. However, if proven true, these allegations could unravel decades of image building, forcing a re-evaluation of his legacy. The detailed nature of the accusations, backed by corroborating evidence such as tapes and police reports, raises serious questions about what really happened behind closed doors. It also underscores the dangers of placing individuals on pedestals without holding them accountable for their actions. Similarly, Diddy's case could dismantle the myth of the benevolent mogul, exposing him as someone who allegedly abused his position to prey on vulnerable individuals. The lawsuit suggests that he acted with impunity, using his influence to coerce minors into private meetings under the guise of career advancement, only to subject them to abuse. Reports indicate that some parents allegedly handed over their underage children to Diddy and his associates in exchange for financial compensation. This aspect of the case highlights the systemic exploitation within certain circles of the entertainment industry, revealing how entire networks of individuals may have been complicit in perpetuating harm. As the legal proceedings unfold, the outcome of this case could have far-reaching implications for the music industry. It has already prompted calls for greater transparency and accountability, with advocates pushing for reforms to prevent similar abuses in the future. The courage of the victims coming forward offers hope that truth and accountability may prevail, but the road ahead is fraught with challenges. Whether justice will ultimately be served remains to be seen, but the reverberations of this case will undoubtedly reshape the landscape of the entertainment industry for years to come. In conclusion, the allegations against JayZ and Diddy represent more than just a legal battle. They are a reckoning for an industry that has long prioritized profit and prestige over ethics and humanity. The unfolding drama serves as a stark reminder of the need for systemic change and the importance of holding powerful figures accountable for their actions. As the case continues to captivate audiences worldwide, one thing is clear: the music industry's darkest secrets are finally coming to light, and the world is watching to see what happens next.